is brutal, and this is Megyn Kelly calling him out. And I'll just read the first part because this guy is big into in the right wing circles. And based on info that I received later, he's like a DeSantis guy. But there's a lot of talk about, and I've been looking at this on the right about Trump's COVID policies now. And he said this is absolutely brutal, strange. Trump claims he doesn't know who gave Anthony Fauci a presidential recommendation while he was president when pressed by Megyn Kelly. I'm not going to read the transcript. I want you guys to watch it because this is brutal. And this is what the Tucker interview could have been. Imagine if Tucker grilled Trump on trying to kill General Soleimani, for example, trying for him actually implementing all the COVID protocols. That shit would have been interesting. That is not what he did. So this clip I found interesting. So let's play it. Not a long statement. I'll preface a lot. I'm going to play it. I want to get your thoughts on it. But this is very hilarious to me. Oh, shit.
Fire Anthony Fauci was because he'd been there for a long time, that you would have taken heat, that it would have created a firestorm, quoting your words. Then for the first time in May.
I also said I didn't listen to him too much.
I'm getting there. But then in May, you started saying, well, he's a civil servant, so I couldn't technically. The truth is, though, not only did you not fire Fauci, who is loathed by many, millions of Republicans in particular, but also some Democrats.
By the way,
you made him a star. You made him a star. This is the
you made him a star.
That you made him the face of the White House coronavirus task
You think so?
force, that he was out at every presser, that he was running for the administration on
Trump is good.
Bro, Trump just got dismantled. He left speeches there. Like, and once again, Megyn is bringing up something that I never understand why the right let him go, because they were like, fire Fauci. But we love Trump, who kept him on board, appointed the motherfucker. Like, he didn't do anything to Fauci. And that was like with Trump with everything. And he was a fraud when he criticized Clinton for her ties to Saudi Arabia. And then he started getting payments for Saudi Arabia. His son got payment to Saudi Arabia. And then he started getting Saudi Arabian weapons deals. Everything that he ran on, he like directly abandoned. That's why when people in the audience like, oh my God, I don't like when Dr. Cornel West called out Donald Trump. I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. That is not my criticism at all. Dr. Cornel West should call out Trump as a fraud the same way he called out Biden as a fraud. That's one of the criticisms that never made sense to me. Because we need to tell the poor white working class that fell for Trumpism, instead of what the MAGA communists do, these fucking cowards, instead of explaining to people what's wrong with idolizing Trump, they're like, oh, we're gonna feed your delusion that Trump is good. No, we need to tell people that the duopolists, just like Trump, are frauds. And Tucker does not do that. He's a big Trump sycophant, right? Meanwhile, I'll go back. I want the video clip defense because it's not a long segment. I don't tend to be.
You made him a star. You made him a star. This is the criticism of you, that you made him the face of the White House coronavirus task
You think so?
force, that he was out at every presser, that he was running herd for the administration on COVID, and that you actually gave him a presidential commendation before he left office. Wouldn't you like a do-over on that?
I don't know who gave him the commendation. I really don't know who gave him the commendation.
Presidential commendation. One went out to Mark
Somebody
Miller,
probably
fire Anthony.
So this clip, and CJ, I'm telling you this because I know you don't pay attention to stuff. There was a ton of talk on right-wing Twitter about this. I'm gonna keep this segment short, but there were a lot of people like, man, Megyn really exposed Trump on the COVID thing. And I think it's all. Anything you want to add, CJ, to this? Because
I think one reason I'm gonna give a possible reason why some give him a pass is because they could say, well, this is before we knew Dr. Fauci was terrible. This is before, you get what I'm saying? This is before we knew transparently that Dr. Fauci was so terrible. So some people can just say, oh, maybe Trump was fooled too. I don't know when he gave him the accommodation. We live in such a anti-intellectual this world where this is a thing.
This is a short clip. I haven't seen this one, so I'm actually curious. It's only 46 seconds, so I haven't seen this. I want to see what this one is, and we can react to it. I'm curious.
But I was not a big fan of Fauci. If you look at Ron DeSanctimonious, this guy said the greatest things. I can give you articles that Fauci.
Ron DeSanctimonious said way more stuff than me.
I'm interested to see whether that's true or not. Because once again, this guy, someone told me after I reacted to it originally, someone told me that Pedro is a DeSantis guy. I didn't know that when I first commented on it. So this is what DeSantis is leeching on. And I saw a lot of conversation where like, man, that Trump Megyn COVID part did not go well for him, right? So once again, this is me scooping the right. Like I was doing up on it. I'm like, what the fuck they talking about? And this is what I saw floating around all over MAGA Twitter. There were a lot of MAGA people defending Trump, and then they was getting roasted for this. So this is interesting, and I'm actually surprised that this didn't play as much of a factor in this primary as I thought it would. Because I had the bad take on Jimmy Dore show not too like 2 years, a year and a half ago or so, where I thought Ron DeSantis maybe posed a threat, but he's not. Like it's a joke. That's a joke how bad that prediction was. So I didn't see this clip, so I'm actually playing it just because I'm curious. So let's see. I want to see what she says in response to that because I did not consider DeSantis to be a Fauci person, and because this guy laughed at the idea. Because remember, he's a DeSantis supporter, so he just laughed at this clip, CJ. So let's see.
I was not a big fan of Fauci. If you look at Ron DeSanctimonious, this guy said the greatest things. I can give you articles.
The greatest.
Fauci's great. He's wonderful. We love him. We don't do anything without Fauci. This went on for months.
But he didn't listen to Fauci.
Oh, he did 100%. Look,
He shut down Florida
I will
for a
give
month.
you. He shut down Florida.
For a month.
Oh, he shut it down for a lot longer. He shut down the beaches. He shut down the roads. He shut down a hospital. He was shutting down everything. He also had long lines of people getting the jab, as he called it. Let's all go get the jab. The guy tried to change.
Oh my God, dude, guys! Trump pivot on this.
He's struggling.
He's struggling. By the way, I want you guys to understand. Trump had a giant pivot on this. He realized that him saying that we should own the vaccine. He used to say, "Why don't I get credit for the Trump vaccine?" He realized that played horrible with his base. But last 5 seconds, I'm done.
In Florida. Now, eventually, Florida was open, but a lot of these other guys.
So Megyn Kelly brutally fact checked some here. I don't know if she's a DeSantis supporter, but this is what they're sharing here.
They just don't like each other. If you remember, he called her out. I think she moderated one of the Fox News debate, and he literally called her out to in the middle of the debate. Yeah, so they just don't like each other.
I want to say this before I end the segment. YouTube, we believe that everything the CDC said has been correct. The COVID vaccine is safe and effective. We are not suggesting anyone take health advice from us at all. This is just us responding to a clip of a presidential candidate being interviewed. We are not sharing our opinions. We believe that you should trust the government uncritically. Please. Anyway, last thought. I'll pass you, CJ. Any last thoughts on the segment?
No, but to your point, I did see clips of this Megyn Kelly interview with Trump.
There's a lot they
talk
about.
The same reason that you gave me, the same reason you gave me the caveat, like this is about COVID. That's the reason why I kind of stay. I was like, it's COVID. I'm not gonna really. But you picked a good clip that didn't really push the line.
Yeah, I wonder, like, will they get mad if you criticize Fauci? Like, I don't think they ban if you criticize Fauci.
Oh, that part. I don't think that part. But she does land a kidney blow to Donald Trump, but I believe he's so far ahead and he's built up enough enough with his base to where he can ride out this Fauci thing. He can say pretty much, make up a story, say, obfuscate blame, scapegoat blame, and they'll just kind of overlook it because he's so good in their eyes. He's so good on how he talks about the deep state that they'll just accept it. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm just interested to see how this develops throughout the course of the campaign, which is why I wanted, once again, remember I said I personally wanted to see Trump there because I want to see Trump interact with Chris Christie on Ukraine. And honestly, Ron DeSantis is waiting. Like, how Tulsi had that moment with Kamala? How Kamala had that moment with Biden?
Yes.
I was that little girl. DeSantis is banking on that moment, fam. And I'm calling it. Like, you guys know how my predictions are. I'm calling it right now. The first time that Trump debates with Ron DeSantis, he's gonna try to get this big COVID moment. And that is what he's banking on to turn that election. You know how Biden would destroy, how Kamala was destroyed by. Yeah, Kamala destroyed Biden in the beginning of their election. Then Tulsi destroyed Kamala. That's his plan. He want to get that big gotcha moment on COVID. He already kind of previewed it. Like when I seen his interviews, he hint towards his attack on Trump or COVID. But anyway, it'd be interesting to see. I hope you don't get in trouble for that segment.